So today I'd like to kind of touch on something that, I've noticed through my internet research and whatnot. And, people have kind of these different opinions and feelings that are, sometimes in conflict with each other and whatnot, related to a self-analysis in a way, and kind of looking inward to yourself and what motivates you and excites you. I'd first like to discuss the concept of, I'd like to discuss Wardolph and then deaf hope. Now this first thing I would like to discuss has to do with, it's an approach to education. And the approach has a slogan, which is head, heart, and hands. And if you use your head, heart, and hands, it's a successful way to lead your life. And this concept isn't really a tough one. It's kind of a simple thing. As far as the stages of development, when you have a child, they at a young age really use their hands and they have hands-on activity, and like maybe for instance working in the garden, working in dirt, with dirt, and working in a physical environment, and it helps them grow just as the way a plant would grow. And then the second part of this is where you learn to kind of cook and be able to do things that apply to your survival in life. And I feel that this can really relate to deaf people, because deaf people use their hands, head, and heart in this same kind of way. I mean, it's kind of a basic concept here, is that, obviously it depends on your different background, what kind of traditions and things have been passed down to you, what you've experienced within your life, and all these things you pick up along the way that kind of give you your innate you-ness, let you know that it just helps you learn things on the way, and helps you to kind of decide what kind of person you want, and you can also then decide how to set up the perfect design for your own life. But most importantly, you really need to kind of know who you are inside before you can really do any of this. For example, if you have maybe a belief, it's very important that your belief match with who you are and your lifestyle. I mean, it's even possible that you could become your beliefs, which is just a very kind of powerful concept. Now, I mean, when talking about your life, you can rebel against certain beliefs, or you can accept them. And your own positive experience, and you can have your own positive experiences when related to other people and relationships, and how people kind of relate to each other. And this can help you progress in a certain way. Also by exhibiting mutual respect for one another. You don't ever want to completely scoff upon someone's beliefs. Because you don't know everything that goes into what, someone believes what's happened before them, what's going to happen to them in the future. So you really need to, respect yourself first as well. I'm sure you've heard the slogan, you need to love yourself first. So, this is also another pretty simple concept. If you say life is, maybe you're looking for some kind of, something, you're looking for something in your life. And then maybe something gets kind of out of control in your life, and you don't know what to do, and it's possible that could spread to other people. On the other end of it, All right, well, now I'd like to kind of discuss deaf hope a little bit. And I want to make sure that I'm, extremely clear about what we're about to talk about. So, go ahead and talk briefly about something here as kind of a side note, and then we'll go ahead and get into deaf hope. So, first of all, I'd like to talk about privilege. And what I mean by this is, for instance, say you're a white male, a privileged, which would put you in a privileged category on its own. And they get some kind of maybe advantages or treated in a certain way because of this, as a white hearing male. But, the question is, would I personally want to be privileged in this same way? I'm not necessarily, sure about that. I mean, it's two different mindsets of two different kinds of people, and anyway, I'd now like to talk about deaf hope. So see, you have this kind of vision of your life and what it's going to look like, and it's possible that things might get kind of vague, or things might kind of go wrong, which could possibly rock maybe your self-worth or your confidence. And what's the best thing to do in this situation, to figure out what you want with your life. And really to get to the most basic level of what is going to make you happy. And you really need to work hard to kind of step back and take a look at things to try and figure this out for yourself. And just remember that everything, your background and everything that's included in your life comes together in a way, and you can make your own design for your life. So, I'd like to ask you a question. Which is, do you feel that you live your life with this concept of heart, head, and hands?